Oh, darling. Oh, darling. Oh. Hello, darling. Oh, let me make sure my sound is doing good, darling. Oh, hold on, darling. Oh, darling, I need to make sure. Oh, no, darling. Oh, no, darling. Oh, no. There we go, darling. There we go, darling. Can you hear me, darling? Oh, darling, you dog, you. Come on in. I don't bite. Unless, of course, you're into that kind of thing. Oh, darling, you dog, you. Come on in. We have a jolly good show today. I do want to thank you all for being here. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, darling, and I don't take it for granted, darling. Come on in, darling. Oh, my. Pull me out the plastic. I'm acting brand new, darling. I don't know anyone because I have ATK subs, darling. I don't know anybody, darling. Who are you, darling? Unfamiliar. Never seen you before, darling. Excuse me. 80K coming through. Oh, darling. I don't know who I was at 79K. I've never heard of her before. She doesn't live here anymore. Come on in. How y'all doing? Thank y'all for coming to my 80K live celebration. I'm going to turn my AC down for a second. Just give me 2 seconds. I'm going to do this right quick because it's already hot. Just give me 1 second. I got to turn my camera off because this dress is diabolical. Okay. All right, darling. We don't have time, darling, to be hot. We do not have the time. Oh, my God. If I breathe wrong in this dress, darling, one breath too deep in this number, darling. I don't know. Oh, my God. Okay, darling, let me put my glasses on so I can see y'all. How are you? Oh, it's been so long since I've been live on here. How y'all doing? Hey. It has been, I don't even remember the last time I've been live on here. Oh my God. How long has it been? Woo. When they make these dresses, I be like, why is it titty under here? Like, whose titty is this small? Like, why do they make these dresses? Like, who do they make them for? Dresses for ants. Oh, so if you see a little extra titty down there, don't mind. Don't mind it. All right, let me make sure everything here is looking good. Let me make sure that I got everything where it needs to be. I was about to do something real quick. What was it? Oh, darling, I forgot that quickly, darling. Oh, I know what I did. I know what I didn't do. I am trying to make sure that I have all of my stuff here where it needs to be. I'm so bad at this. I'll do the whole stream, then realize, oh, I forgot to do this or that. So I try to now make sure that I am doing things right now. I got to take my time and make sure I have crossed everything off my list. All right, where's my live video? Okay, I wonder if it's going to let me do this. Ooh. Is it not going to let me do this? I know you lying to me. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I wonder why it's not letting me do this. Let's see. I don't know what's going on with this thing. This is so weird. Maybe I can do it from here. So sorry, y'all. Just give me 2 seconds here. Give everybody a chance to come in. What is that? Oh, I just dropped that I was doing this stream yesterday, so I hope people see it because everyone be telling me about how YouTube don't be notifying them of stuff. So I'm hoping that people can see that we are live. Let me do that and go back. So I'm getting everything set up here. We have a few things to talk about today. And first I want to say thank you to my subscribers. Thank you to my supporters. I am an unconventional creator. And I do understand that. I understand I'm not for everyone. So for those that I am there for, thank you. And I appreciate you very much. I don't know why this is not letting me. Why is this giving me such a hard time? I do understand that I am not for everyone. I understand that I am an unconventional creator. So I really appreciate when, people support what I do and understand the way I do things. In the world that we're in, most of the time, I feel there's lots of echo chambers out there, lots of tiptoeing, lots of money grabbing. And when I started my channel a few years ago, it was just with the idea that I like to engage in certain conversations, and I would have thoughts and ideas, and I just wanted to share it. And that's how I started out. And, now I just was talking. I was just talking, sharing my idea. And this is so annoying. I'm not understanding why this is not doing this. And before I knew it, people was fucking with it. And I was like, all right. Oh, you know what? Do I have to do that through StreamYard? I am so sorry, y'all. I don't know why this thing is giving me. This is giving me such a hard time, and I don't know why. Hold on 1 second. In a okay. All right. Why is it? Click on it. Live now. Okay. I've never been so irritated. Oh, here we go. Jeez, that was annoying. Okay. All right. Make sure that's good. Okay. All right. I think we're good. All right. Okay. automatically. Okay. Woo. All right, we're good. I understand that I'm an unconventional creator. I get it. I understand something I find like to be super interesting is this job is the only job where people cannot separate your job from like how you are in real life. See what I'm saying? And in my real life, am I a fun loving person? Am I a joking person? Am I a straightforward person? Yes. But I think that what I find most interesting is people who will dislike me or, oh Lord, she's coming around because they're going off of how I conduct myself on a video or on a podcast. Like people think I go to people in my real life like, you stupid bitch, you ain't shit, you fat whore. They think I'm like that, like throughout my day to day. And I find that so funny because I'm like, well, what if you're like an aggressive lawyer and you get in that courtroom and you lay it down and you showing the business? Or, you know, what if you're an athlete and you get on the court and you a dog on that court, but then off of the court, people are scared of you, like, huh, you know, you're real aggressive. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, I think it's so funny when people are like, I get to the point when people be talking about me, I'm like, what else? Tell me what else. And I've realized people will always try to figure me out as opposed to getting to know me. People will take the way that I talk to a camera or how I express my opinion in general and will feel as though that's something that they are weary of in real life. I think that is the funniest part about what I do. So I really appreciate the people who can separate me from the content, allow me to express myself in the way I do. I feel like there's so many places where people tiptoe and they're politically correct. Like there's so many places to go to do that. And I appreciate the people who allow me to express myself and understand the way I express myself and enjoy it in the same way I do. I don't enjoy fluff. I can't stand political correctness. I can't stand small talk. I can't stand tiptoeing. I just can't stand it. So I like that I've grown a community of people who communicate similar to me, let me be myself, and we're all able to enjoy ourselves. So thank you all so much. I see some super chats here. Not y'all spoiling me. Not y'all spoiling me. Thank you. We got the good sis Jasmine. Thank you, sis. There's no message there. She just said, here you go, sis. Just here's the love. Thank you, Jasmine. And we got the good sis Pebbles. Honey, Pebbles say, here you go, sis. Just love you. Okay, I love you too, sis. We got the good brother, Josh. Thank you so much. Because congratulations, you should be at least 500K. Listen, it's actually funny to me how they play with me in this algorithm. They play with me so bad. But again, if I was doing pranks or if I was doing victim content or any type of degenerative content, honey, I'd be at those 500,000. I've been way past 100,000, but I feel as though, you know, when you spit that reel, when there's nobody you're pandering to, it makes it a little harder. It takes longer, but I'm proud of my 80K organic subscribers, and I don't care what no one say. Okay, emphasis on organic. Thank you. This says GTG488. Thank you so much. I don't think there's a name on there, but thank you. It says congrats. I appreciate you. Thank you to my good sis. My good sis Ari says, big things popping, period. You know this, Pooh. Y'all check out my good sis channel, okay, for everything about how to get systems in place and all of the good information that we need to know. And shout out to the good sis Maya, 80K. Congrats, beautiful sis. Thank you for doing what you do. And thank you so much, sis. Thank you for being who you are. And thank you for supporting me. I appreciate y'all so much. All right. So where do we start? So I think, so we have a few different things that we're going to discuss today. We're going to talk about young Pharaoh. We're going to talk about what's going on with young Pharaoh and the program coming for him, right? We're going to be talking about Nolan Wells case update, y'all. This Nolan Wells case is the most textbook poster example of white supremacy, the psyche behind whites and white supremacy that I think we've ever seen in our lives. And we have a camera hooked up to see it, okay? We're going to be talking about them and their recent interviews with Officer Tater Tot. There also was a press conference today that was released. We're going to talk about that a little bit as well. We're going to talk about Courtney and Obumseli. Okay, the woman, the OnlyFans model that stabbed her man and unalived him. She's about to be out for Thanksgiving next year. We're going to talk about that. And we are also going to talk about Nolan Wells' family friend who decided to go on Don Lemon and tell us all that racism is no longer here because they're allowed to procreate with whites now. Cannot make this up. And we're going to break it all down, okay? Thank you so much. A Black Beauty says, keep talking that ish, period, poo. I ain't never going to stop, okay? I'm going to always talk my... Yeah, so we're going to... The contrast in how the Nolan Wells case has been handled versus how Carmelo's case has been handled and them happening so close to each other is very powerful to me. To me, there's a message in that. Okay, it's a lot going on. So I'm gonna get ready to pull this up and shout out to my Patreon members. In my women's group and in my 6 at 6 group, my Patreon became a safe place for me to express myself and to express ideas and information that I felt could be jarring to just put out there in the public. It's my safe place to talk 100% how I want to talk. Building community 100% how I want to build community. And it's going really well. I do my live show on there, which is similar to what I'm going to do tonight, except we do this every week, every Wednesday at 6. And we have a good time. Okay. Some people be saying they miss my live streams. And I be like, well, I don't know what to tell you. You ain't got $6. Okay. The 6 at 6 Patreon is $6. My women's group is $10. You know what I'm saying? It's the lowest price I can possibly make it. I don't know what to tell anybody. If $6, $10 is going to put you out right now, hey, it is what it is. But if I can't get my little $5, $6, I don't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? It's worth the peace of mind for me. It's worth just, if you want to hear what I got to say, if you want to tune in, you can. If you don't, then you don't. So if you miss the live streams, you don't have to. Like I said, I'm live every week, so you can tap in with me there. And I have the price, the absolute lowest I can possibly make it while not being on the street. Okay. So, that's how you can tap in with me. You don't, if you can't do that, then I don't know what to say. So, and then shout out to my women's only Patreon as well. I believe I have the links to both in my description box. My women's Patreon is doing very well. It is growing. We have tons of new ladies. We have tons of new members. And that right there is my pride and joy. I feel extremely proud that I have been able to curate this group that I've curated. I feel very fulfilled being that big sister that I would have needed at one point, and knowing that I'm able to provide that to others. It's very healing for me. It's very healing for them, and very healing for the ladies amongst each other. I love the friendship and sisterhood that has been built within our community. And I just feel as though if you're a woman and you are trying to look good, be healthy, live a fulfilling life, do your thing, be fly, build your confidence, meet friends. I just feel as though it's a great place to start. Like, it's just a great starting point. We always kikiing, having a good time. And I'm excited for all the girls that we already have and for the girls who will be joining us. I just feel as though it's easier to succeed as a woman when you have some type of network, some type of guide, and not with women who are trying to escape, from the work, but women really in their awareness, women really looking to, change themselves, be kind and considerate to one another and support each other. I feel very proud that we've been able to curate that. So shout out to the girls. And I can't wait for the rest of the members to come see about us and come tap in with what we got and come have a good time with us. It has really just been a beautiful experience for so many. And it's my group, but I be enjoying it the most. I be the one the most. Like, oh, I love it here. And I'm like, oh, this is my shit. Oh, yeah. I be like, oh, I love it here. So, so what have I been up to? I have been figuring myself out. I told y'all my son just graduated. He's getting ready. He's starting his journey as a plumber. So he is on his journey, turning into a grown man, loving, learning, growing. And now I am in a very new chapter of my life in so many ways. I have always had somebody to take care of. So from when I was 8 years old, I was taking care of my mom. She had breast cancer that would kind of go into remission. It would come back and it would go away. I was the caretaker for my mom from 8 years old. I had to take care of my younger brother at 8 years old. 10 years goes by of doing that. Then I have my own child. So I went from taking care of them and taking care of my child. I've always had long-term relationships, taking care of my partner. And this is the first time in my life where there is nobody that I have to take care of, where it's like, okay, if you don't feed this person and care for this person, they're helpless without you. I've never in my life had like a time where like I still have my moments where I'm like, am I able to go do that? Isn't there something I'm supposed to be doing? Like I will literally have anxiety, like, it's something I'm supposed to be doing. What was it? What was it? What was it? And I'm like, nothing. You're only supposed to be doing stuff for yourself at this point. So I understand with parenting, having a child in college is not for the weak. I understand. Of course, there's still responsibilities that I'll have with that. But, but all in all, it's pretty much just me now. And so I'm kind of like, wow, what do I do? I like it here. So this is me at 36 years old. I feel as though I'm just getting started. I'm 36 years old and I'm over here like, oh, so this is the world. Like, oh, this is nice. Oh, look at this. So I'm kind of like, oh, wow, this is nice. Okay. All right. So people with no children and no one to take care of, what do they do? So what do I do? Do I just get up and I don't know. What do you do? So I've been learning, like, what do I do? So I've been traveling, having fun, all that good stuff, and, adjusting. So, wow. But, I love a new chapter. Honey, I don't mind. I don't mind starting over. I'm the new chapter queen. So I'm like, ooh, okay. Get in here and not touch anything. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm getting adjusted. So yes. Tiffany says empty nesting is a second lease on life. No, it really is. Like, and I plan on sharing more about that. I'm also going to be doing more short-term content, shorter content like for Facebook or Instagram. I'm also going to start doing some faceless content. So I'm going to start doing, I'm about to be traveling a lot and I'm about to be gone a lot. And realistically, like trying to bring a studio everywhere and set up just sounds very stressful to me. But I still want to get my content out. So I'm going to be doing more faceless videos. So it'll be edited videos where it's just my voice on there. And I'm going to be doing more of that as well. And I've been working on this for a while, working on a morning show for everybody called 6 in the morning. So I want you guys to make sure y'all are tapped in with me. Make sure you're staying tuned with me because there's a lot of changes that's going to be coming to my content. And I just want you all to be aware of the changes that are going to be coming. Does having an empty nest make you want to have another child? No. I find bringing children into this world to be very cruel. You know, you're pretty much just bringing them here to work and to fight for their life every day to stay alive. You know, as a woman myself, like a part of why I'm ready to move out of Atlanta is because little things like going for a walk here or riding the train can mean your life as a woman. I'm terrified as a grown woman. Little things, you go in the parking lot, there's a white van, now you're scared, it's a rape van. You know, a young woman was taking a walk on the Beltline and gets stabbed to death by a random man. Why would I get pregnant and risk a daughter to bring her here what? To every single day. And now I got to give her a class on how to not be sex trafficked. Okay, school just started. Somebody already shot. I passed by a high school the other day. They're already outside doing mass shooter drills. They have clear backpacks. They're taking them. It looks like you're going into a criminal courthouse. The average home is $1 million at this point. Why would I bring somebody into that? I feel guilty having the one that I've brought into that, which is why I've just been doing my best to support him as much as I can. But I feel guilty bringing the one. Okay, schools shutting down left and right. People are still having children, planning on what? Sending them to public schools that are about to not exist in the next 10 years. People want to have a baby. They don't want to have an adult. People don't even have enough money to have children nowadays. People can't afford private education for all their children most of the time. People cannot afford to buy all their children a vehicle. Used vehicles, new vehicles, same price now. Can't get a decent vehicle less than $25,000 nowadays. See what I'm saying? There's a lot going on. This is not getting any better. So absolutely not. You know, I can definitely, that's not my life to live. So no, I'm not bringing a baby in here because I want to have it. And people always have this weird idea of like legacy. Nobody gives a fuck about that. I'm going to tell you right now, no one's going to give a fuck about your kids. No one's going to talk about them. No one's going to give a fuck they were yours. No one's going to see your kids and say, oh, wow, look at so-and-so's kids. No one. Okay. So no. It does not make me want to have a baby. Absolutely not. It makes me want to just try my best to support, you know, the one I already had. And absolutely not would I bring anybody into this shit for my own delusions. So no, nothing makes me happier at this point than when I see people saying that they're never having children. I'm like, y'all are the real smart ones here because I hate this shit. This shit is dangerous. It's expensive. And it's just a no, no, no. My son right now getting ready to leave out the door. Every time he walk out the door, you scared. Give me a hug. He talking about he know how to fight. Y'all see my big boy. Love you. Hope you have fun.
All right. I'm sick.
I don't care.
Oh, yeah.
Now, y'all, he let me kiss him any other time. Now, all of a sudden, we in front of people. Now, he won't let me kiss him. I don't care. Let me kiss you. Well, I always give you a kiss. Thank you. Jeez. Have fun. Please be safe. You know the rules. I love you, baby. See, the minute they walk out the door, anxiety starts immediately. He out the door, anxiety immediately kicks in. There it goes. And I say my little mini prayer. God, please make sure he come back home safely every single time. I hate this. For the rest of my life, I'll be checking a Life 360 app every hour like this. Look at, and then when he's a grown man, it still don't make a difference. Look at the Nolan Wells case. Okay. Look what's going on. So apps, nothing makes me want to have another child. Nothing. Okay. My ideal relationship is me and my man on an island hoe. Me and my man on an island traveling and saying, fuck them kids. And our grown kids, whatever they call and hit us up for cash, we'll send them the cash and then bye. Okay, that's my ideal life at this point. Me and Unc lit with our money, traveling and having fun. That's where I'm at with it. Okay. That part. Yes, I love it when he come home and bring a snack. I feel like I get a treat for not having a heart attack every time he leave the house. And I'm sorry if y'all can hear my dog, he all of a sudden decides to be so. Listen, nobody understands dealing with these children when it is literally 95 degrees outside and they got on sweatpants and a coat. Y'all notice I didn't even say anything, right? Because there's no point. I've said it already. I've said it 1,000 times. It's a Gen Z thing, y'all. I don't get it. I don't try to understand it. And you know what's even more weird about them? In the winter, they'll wear t-shirts and shorts. I shit y'all not. When it's 100 degrees in the summer, sweatpants and coats. Okay. When it's wintertime, shorts and t-shirts. There's no way to understand it. Okay, there's no. Oh, y'all don't understand. The struggle is real. Man. I'm going to keep pushing this idea. I definitely believe young men should be made aware of all the ways that they can be useful to young women their age. Absolutely. And my son has a girlfriend, a very lovely little girl, and I'm always making sure I'm having those, conversations with him about what a man is in regard to a woman. You know what I'm saying? I may not be a man, but however, I know what I need in a man. I know as a woman, and without a woman, a man ain't no thing. A man don't even exist. There's no opposite to compare it to. So I just always make sure, I know men who were taught by men or who are older, and still every woman they've been with has left them. They still don't know, what a woman wants in regard to them. So I make sure I'm always having those conversations with him, to make sure he's being a great boyfriend to her, because I've learned, like, whatever your mama, unless your mama look you dead in the eye and say, nigga, that ain't it, most guys will feel as though something is not wrong. 9 times out of 10, his mama got her ass beat, then he will see no problem whooping your ass. If however his mama got treated or whatever his mama accepted, normally that's what he gonna do with his women. So I make sure I'm always, keeping him informed on what it is. And he's a lover just like me. So it's already hard anyway when you're a lover girl. Thank you to my good sis. Ashley says more YouTube subscriber oil, more YouTube oil. Thank you, oil queen. Thank you, oil queen. Brielle said there was a shooting outside the hospital I work at 3 a.m. while I was at work. Girl, I literally I don't know. I don't know. If my child has to have a clear backpack to go somewhere, I'm not sending them. It's not happening. Okay. If the entrance to this place is the same entrance to get in the fucking through TSA, there's a sign. And most couples can't afford for the woman to sit at home and homeschool their kids. Most couples cannot afford private school. So most couples set themselves up where both people got to work. That means no one can do the homeschool. Shit is expensive as hell right now. Y'all can't afford no private school. So y'all are having kids under the guise that the system is going to assist. And this system is on its way out. Public school will not be a thing in the next 8 to 10 years or sooner. Mark my words. So education is about to become a thing for the rich. And I'm telling y'all that right now. Mark my words that I said it. So everybody popping these kids out, like, I don't understand. Motherfuckers popping out kids and they can't even buy 4 new tires at one time. I need it to make sense. Here I am. Can't wait to move to Atlanta. I'm ready to get the hell up out of here. I am ready to go. Shout out to my good sis Kay, says, congrats on reaching new heights. You are my inspiration, and my grandmother is so proud of you too. Thank you, sis. You know, Granny keeps me going. Granny keep me going. Just knowing that Granny is out there and she's watching, honey, that's all I need to know. Like, I just got a second wind. Okay. Like, the minute Granny gets mentioned, I'm activated. Okay. We don't even play about Granny at all. We're not the one or the two. And that's on Mary and all her lambs. Shout out to my good sis Chanello. Mama, we made it. Yes, we made it. Okay, we just chugging along. Thank you. I love you, sis. We just chugging along, child. We just chugging along. And so there's only charter schools here. Wow, I'm telling y'all. Well, y'all mark my words. Y'all know I see the damn future. Boy, public school is about to not be a thing. Trust. Okay. A period, y'all. So Granny said it. So period. So I don't care. I don't care what nobody else say, baby. As long as Granny like me, I don't care about what nobody else say. Shoo. And if anybody got something to say, I'm like, because Granny. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, what do they think? What they thought this was? Congrats to your little plumber. Yes. So my baby, he's doing plumbing, and he's also getting a degree in computer science and AI, because I just feel as though them two worlds going to collide at some point. But I still wanted him to do something blue collar in his 20s, because I just feel as though all men need to like give a sacrifice to society. I don't want him to be that nigga 50 years old talking about men build the world. Nigga ain't never built shit. Like, I want him to be able to actually say, oh, you see that building? I did the piping in there. I did the plumbing in there. Like, I want him to build his community. That's how his great grandfather was. And my great grandfather was a very wealthy Black man in the 1950s and built half of our neighborhood. And I'm trying to restore that order in my family and that order in my bloodline through my son. That is the precedent that my grandfather set, and my family just veered away from that at some point. And I just feel in my spirit that my son will restore that order to our family. That's my hope for him. So, you know, he needs to learn something. He needs to do something physical. So, yeah, I said, you know, you'll learn a game, 5-10 years. Go ahead and put that sweat equity. And by the time you're done with that, you'll have your degree with, you know, computer science and AI as well. So when they are sitting here, when AI takes over this industry as well, because at this point, no one can convince me it's not going to take over every single industry. They are going to be coming after you and consulting to if you will be a master plumber and you know what you're doing with that computer AI stuff. They're going to come looking for you. And you can Put your work in now in your 20s, working hard, build your testosterone, build your body, pay your dues. And then once you start getting into your 30s and you may not want to do that hard work anymore, you start your consulting firm. And you'll be able to consult with companies on how to implement their AI into the plumbing game. You'll have that experience. I'm learning the only way to combat AI is with human experience. So that's his plan. And I told him that I will be fully supporting him financially. Don't worry about it. When it comes to work, school is first. School is first. Learning your trade is first. I will never put that pressure on him that he got to pay bills. I bought him a pickup truck for his business. He got his truck. I got his tools. And I said, boy, you ever grow up and become a rapper and be like, I grew up, nobody ever gave me shit. I'm writing a diss track. That's what I do know. You better not ever go do no album talk about, I got it out of the mud. Ain't nobody ever did shit for me. That's all I ask. And he'd be like, Mom, when I get rich, I'm going to buy you a house and buy you. You ain't going to buy me nothing. Absolutely not. You're going to take everything you built and everything you have, and you're going to save it for your future wife and family. You're not going to give me nothing. The most I accept for you, you could take me to dinner at my favorite ratchet dinner spot of Texas Roadhouse. Okay. That is the only, I will accept a $60 dinner from you at Texas Roadhouse, and that's it. You are not buying me a house. You are not buying me a car. Those are the things that will be for your future wife. Period. He'd be like, I don't care about that. I'm going to still do it. No. I swear to God, if you better not. I will sell it and put it in a trust for your future children. You know what I'm saying? So y'all, I am determined. Okay. I am determined. All right. I am not playing. Baby, take me to Texas Roadhouse. I got my order up here. It's ready to go. Take me to Texas Roadhouse. And I'm happy. That's all I need. You ain't got to do all that. Little Texas Roadhouse, and I am there. Shout out to my good sis Jessa. Says, cheers to you, my beautiful sister. We appreciate the space you have cultivated and simply being you. Oh my gosh, I just love you so much. Thank you. I just love you so much. I don't even have the words. This is my heart going to you. Okay. Do y'all feel me on Texas Roadhouse? Like who? Baby, Texas Roadhouse hate to see me coming. That's my ratchet treat to myself. When I need a little ratchet treat, baby, I'm going straight to Texas Roadhouse because I'm classy. Have him study for CompTIA network and security. Yes, I was seeing those. I just saw somebody actually posting a list of those certs. And I just saw that I think our local library has classes for those certs for free. So y'all pray for son. He ain't gonna have no time to do nothing. He gonna be at school, certifications. He get a trade, a professional degree, certification. Boy, he ain't gonna have time to do nothing. Good, because the minute that a man 18 and up has time on their hands, they do something stupid. Okay. Shout out to my good sis, Kimmy. Congratulations on 80K, sis. Thank you so much, sis. I love and appreciate you so much. Thank you. Gracias. They just closed 33 schools in Houston. Listen, the saxophones are getting louder and people just steady popping them out. I think that the human race is having a real hard time accepting that whatever you thought this world was, whatever this world has been, is no more. And I think people are having a really hard time accepting that. And I get it, because the world has never changed as rapidly as it has lately. Things have never got as expensive and as it has lately in a short period of time. And I just feel so most people are in shock and they just can't accept where we're at right now. That's what I see most of the time. And I'm like, can we please read the room? And the quicker that we understand what's going on, the better. We're not helping nobody by acting dumb and doing things the old way still. Please read the room. Shout out to the good brother Prinister Rogers. Says, congratulations, niece. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. I am so grateful. Thank you, my brother. We have Black Unity. Why I almost say Blaquinity? Why I almost say Blaquinity? Woo! Just making stuff complicated. Thank you, Black Unity. Says, congratulations, 6. Thank you so much. I received that. AD411 says, congrats, 6 on 80K. Very proud of your journey. Been following since African and American days. Thanks, 6. Always stay on code. Thank you so much. And you are a real writer. If you remember back from African and American days, baby, that's where it all started. And that's when I was still working as a barber and I was doing my clients, and I would schedule a little hour break in between my clients, and I would go sit in my car and record my episodes in the back seat. I would be in my car recording it back when they used to have the Anchor app, and I would be recording it, and I would be like, I don't know how, but someday this is going to pay off. And nobody may not hear me right now. They're going to hear me one day. I got something to say. Those are the real day ones. Thank you for, thank you. Is it Denicia? Denicia Dynamic says, cries in mommy issues. Oh no. Love you, sis. Your son is so blessed. I'm so happy. I came across your channel. I've learned so much. Thank you so much. It's okay. We can cry together. Okay. You could cry your mommy issues. I'll cry in my daddy issues, honey. We could just cry together, honey. Okay. We're going to just cry with each other. Let's hold each other and cry together. I'll bring the wine. Oh my goodness. All right. Shout out to my good sis Dove. Says, congratulations, 6. I'm so proud of you and all your accomplishments. Cheers to 80K. Thank you so much, sis. I love and appreciate you so much. You just don't know. I received that. Miss Scott said, I've been down since 2020. Period, Pooh. Period, Pooh. That part. Yeah, y'all remember the Anchor app? That's how throwback it was when I started this shit. We've been at this for a long time. Okay. So there's a few things that we're going to talk about today. First, I want to talk about young Pharaoh. And all I will say is the program is coming for him. Okay, so let me give y'all some of the lore between myself and young Pharaoh. Let me see if I can pull up so y'all can see what I'm talking about. So young Pharaoh was a creator. He has been around for a while. And a lot of his content was always about it was like conscious content. You know, it was a lot of a lot of Black woman is God, a lot of, esoterical content, woke content, whatever you want to call it. And when he first came out, you know what I'm saying? I feel like we all kind of felt like, okay, a good brother, over here giving us that good knowledge and this, that, and the third. And it slowly just started to go left. He just slowly started getting weird. He started saying that he was abducted by aliens, all type of stuff, like that started going on. So, it was a lot happening. So now, fast forward to today, and this motherfucker out here getting his nails done. His nails look better than mine. Okay, let me see if I can make this big so y'all can see it. Okay.
The cat. Why? Because
Hold on. Can y'all see this? So this is him now.
channeled something the other day, and this is what influenced. Well, one of the things that influenced me besides myself, Jabon. So half killer in me, half pimp, half samurai, half cheetah. And with that being said, I'm getting my shit done. This is the vlog, brother. I got my shit retwisted. I got like right. I'm sexy, brother. So I know how I'm rocking. I got to get used to having these though, so I don't my damn face.
I'm sitting there. It wasn't. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I like these. They sexy. These gonna come out sexy. And y'all know I had to go to my favorite. The Asians, my favorite. So I'll show y'all the finished results. I'm gonna go off for a little bit. You gonna see if it's busting. If not, I'm gonna park a lot pimp outside pimp until I bounce. Got me a stripper pole. See what's chopping. So let me see if I can still play the game. Alright, I can still whoop y'all ass. That's all that counts. That being said, it is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. All right. It's the spirit of the cat. Why? Because I channeled something the other day.
Mind you, he is at the nail salon. He said he went to the Asians, his favorite. What the hell? What the hell? Now, I was trying to find the clip, but I couldn't find it, and I just couldn't bring myself to care enough to like go look for it. But let me give you some of the lore on young Pharaoh and I. So this was a few years ago. I don't remember exactly when. Don't quote me on exactly when. I don't know, but it's been a while ago, probably about 5 years ago at this point. Okay. So that was around the time where niggas had convinced themselves that they're not meant to be monogamous, and they was all trying to be polygamous and have multiple wives and all that. Child. Anyway. So young Pharaoh ends up hitting me up and was like, "Oh, will you be one of my wives?" So already I'm irritated because these niggas thinking they supposed to have multiple wives just blows my fucking mind. My brain can't even. And my thing is, even if you convinced yourself that was the case, you can't even bring me on a panel with other bitches. Bitches can barely be around me for 30 minutes to do a podcast episode without the hating, seething from their pores. I'm a real bitch. When I come around, I don't know what type of pussy ass shit that you used to. I don't know whatever weak bitches you used to, but I'm a real ass bitch. When I come around, bitches gonna sit up straight. They're bothered. They are bothered. The second my big toe step in the room, bitches are bothered. Big bother. I'm talking about shifting in their seat. They're all going to gang up against me because, again, I'm a real bitch. And they know it and they can feel it. Okay? Imagine trying to make me one of the wives. So I'm already irritated at that because read the fucking room on my personality. Read the room on who I'm is. You gonna put me amongst these bitches? Like, do you know how incredibly, like, I'm so offended? Like, I have to dumb myself down so much to even remotely, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, it's so many things. It's so many things. I'd have to do so much dumbing down of myself to even remotely be able to live in that dynamic for a day. Out of all women, you're going to come to me and you want me to, yes, we're all his wives. Yes, my king. Does that even look right on me? Yes. Whatever you say, we're all his wives. Yes, because he's a king and men are not meant to be monogamous. And we understand that. He doesn't belong to us. He's a king. The Bible always said that kings should spare. Like, can y'all picture me doing that? Like for a second, how would I would look, they would be like, "Six, get your ass up. We know it's you, Shaq." If y'all ever see me sitting there with a nigga talking about something, we are all his wives because he's a king. What do you mean cheating? This is not cheating. He is a king meant to bear fruits all over the earth. We do not own him. I don't own him. Can y'all picture that? So I was already irritated because, ew, I feel as though you call me a dumb bitch. Okay, that is for women who are slow and can't figure out how to protect themselves or provide for themselves. That's for women who don't know who they are and can't figure out life. Okay, that's not for women like me. Okay, and you bring me in there as one of the wives, I'll fuck around and start running that entire motherfucking compound. Like, it's not going to go the way you thought it was going to go. I just look this way and I'm a Virgo. So I have this toxic trait where I like to play dumb. I don't know why I do that. I'm trying to change doing that. I don't know why I do that, but I'll try to like kind of play dumb and like downplay what I know just to kind of see, or I'll downplay my capabilities just to honestly see how you're going to respond. Like, I already know what you on, but I'll just sit there for the plot because I'm weird like that. Like, I just love watching human reactions to shit. Like, so what are they going to do now? You know what I'm saying? But surprise, it's not happening. You know what I'm saying? Maybe because I'm a girly girl, they feel like, oh, she gone. No. Okay, I could be a girly girl and I'm all of that, but I could see how that can translate into, oh, she must be dumb. Absolutely not. It's not going to work like that. So this fool, Andrew said he wanted to be the wife. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You might have ate there. Now you might have did something with that. So someone say let Chris Brown show up talking about let me take you away from all this. Never mind. So young Pharaoh comes and says, I want you to be one of my wives. So I'm like, you know, at one point he was like, okay, I like your work and everything, but don't bring that shit over here. You know what I'm saying? Please try that with someone else. So then I told him, if you want me to be one of your wives, I need $1 million up front for insurance. Okay? Because according to my calculations and my numbers, okay, the likeliness of polygamous relationships, the likeliness of non-monogamous relationships to be successful is pretty much zero. So therefore, let me go ahead and get a little $1 million. I'm just throwing a number out there. Let me go ahead and get $1 million, $1 million insurance policy as an insurance policy, where in case this goes left and my time gets wasted, I am compensated. And, you know, I need to be able to get a moving truck. Because how does this work? You know what I'm saying? How does this work? I need to move. Do we all live together? So I need the money for a moving truck and so I can get a new place to live when this shit go left. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gonna come at me with this dumbass shit? I'm gonna come back to you with that dumb shit, right? So he's like, $1 million? Like, what? He got mad. So I was like, okay, nothing gets rid of a Dusty quicker than asking them for some money, right? So I was like, okay, well, thank God that got rid of him. This nigga then gonna get on the damn internet and go around telling people, oh, Sixthegoddis, fuck Sixthegoddis, fuck that bitch. She's a prostitute. She tried to sell it to me for $1 million, but I wasn't going for it. I wasn't. And this nigga went around and started a rumor that I was a prostitute. So I said, you know what, nigga? You weren't right for that. You knew that he showed our entire DM exchange. I wonder if I still have it. Probably not. But he ended up showing our entire DM exchange and tried to paint the picture like, oh, Six, yeah, she's a prostitute. And what? So everybody was coming to me like, hey, what happened? What happened? What happened with you and YP? What happened with you and YP? And I'm like, huh? I don't know. What y'all ever come to me talking about what happened? I'm like, I don't know. Did something happen? I don't know what happened. And come to find out, it's because he was talking shit. You know, and then just for this nigga to end up like this. I'm going to mute this because I don't know what music that is. So the program ends up coming for him now. He was going through it with all his baby mamas. He was going through it with all the girlfriends, everything like that. And I was just sitting back with my popcorn watching them get took up through there. And I was like, whoo. And this motherfucker was trying to bring me in on this. What on earth? You were trying to bring me in on all this chaos and all this mess? Absolutely not. No. 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 Book of Eli says every woman would be poly for the right man. I don't believe Six wouldn't consider it for the right guy. You know what? You're right. I would be poly for Jeff Bezos. I would. And I would participate in the kind of poly where we do not have sex and we do not sleep together. I want to do that poly where he would just give me some land and a big old house, and I would technically be considered Miss Bezos and never have to see him and never have to talk to him. I want to do that kind of poly. So you're right. I lied. I would. Jeff come along and say, we be one of my wives? Yes. And we're all getting out the hood, y'all. All y'all. We're all getting out the hood. I am making it rain on everybody. I'm telling you right now. I will be poly with Jeff Bezos, and baby, my children's children gonna piss dollar bills. They gonna shit hundreds. We all getting out the hood. All y'all check y'all cash app. Okay, so I lied. You're correct. I would. Jeff come along. Listen, baby, all y'all quit y'all jobs, okay? All y'all quit y'all jobs. We rich. We is getting out the hood. I'm telling you right now. Okay? You ever see me, Polly? Boy, we all reparations. Oh, shit now. Hold on. I'm rich. Hold on. Wait. We got to do this for the old time, for the one time. Hold on, y'all. We got to do this for the 99 and 2000. Hold on. Oh, darling. Oh, darling. Oh, honey. Oh, darling. I am rich, darling. Oh, darling. 6 is no longer here. Madame Rishbish is now present, darling. And you peasants, do not talk to me, darling. You all are poor, okay? You all are way too poor for me, darling, all right? I don't talk to poor peasants like you all because as you can all see, I am rich. I am getting guacamole with my chipotle, okay? And I'm even getting a beverage and a large at that. No water cup full of Sprite for me, like the rest of you peasants out there, darling. I'm rich, darling. Oh, Jay Gatto, you dog you. Oh, Jay Gatto, you dog you. Oh, darling, you all. I am just too rich. I want to thank you so much, darling. You are too kind, darling. Madam Rishbish had to come back for the one time for the 99 and the 2000s, darling. Oh, I was trying to find my prescription sunglasses that I can actually see out of, but I don't know where they are, which worries me now. Where are they? I must find them. Side note. Now, okay, it's too hot in here. It's too hot in here, but Madam Rishbish had to come out for that one, darling. Oh, darling, thank you, darling. Thank you, darling. All right. I appreciate you, my brother. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. All hail Madame Rishbish. Darling, we haven't seen her in so long. We had to bring her out for the one time. Thank you to my good sis, Kiki. I appreciate you, darling. Somebody said, get Young Fairy off the screen. Young Fairy is killing me. I'm weak. Oh my God, I can't. I just cannot. All right, y'all said y'all want him off the screen. So, everybody is like, oh, what happened with him and this, that, and the third, the program. Okay, this man has been going around harassing women for absolutely nothing. He went real weird and started trying to come down on the Black community. He was talking about how the white community is better. He was rubbing elbows with the Jews and all that. We had a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? Not y'all talking about why did y'all leave us with him? I'm weak. Y'all talking about don't leave us with him ever again. Oh my God. Everybody talking about please don't leave us with him ever again. I'm so sorry, y'all. So I feel like the program came for him. Fuck him. He always want attention. He always want to do the most. Fuck him. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, next time you go, shit, let me go. I need to fill in too. Shit, I need to fill myself. Okay. Yes, queen, with your full set. Yeah. So next up, y'all, the fella said that they are getting ready to try out for the WNBA. At this point, shit, me too. At this point, fuck it, me too. I'm about to try out as well. Okay. So the guys, let me make this bigger for y'all. So the guys said, you know what? We could be women too. They said the WNBA isn't just for women, and it's going bad, y'all. Hold on, where is the?
I've always trusted the science, and I thought, right now I'm just having a blast in my feminine era. I never thought that I was a woman. I've always trusted the science, and I thought I was a man my entire life. But after further review, strong look at my personal preferences, it would appear that I am indeed sometimes identifying as a transgender woman, and I think it's only fair I get a chance to play with some of my queens here in the twilight of my career, my athletic prime.
Well, and so exactly what you're saying, Royce, is just sort of pulls the curtain back on the lack of clarity in the WNBA's policies under Article 8 of their 2026 collective bargaining agreement.
Right now I'm just having a blast in my feminine era. I never thought that I was
I've been hearing about that Courtney Clancy case, and I want to take a look at that. I've been hearing about it. I'm gonna go look at it because I've been hearing a lot about it, and it's got me curious. So yeah, I'm gonna take a look at that. But so before you say that, by the way, y'all, yes, this is real. Okay, yes, it is real. Just so y'all know, yes, it is. Yes, it is real, y'all. Okay, this is where we're at. Okay.
So I'll be.
This is where we're at, y'all.
Declaring for the WNBA draft in 20. So I'll be declaring for the WNBA draft in 2027 as well. I mean, I think I'd be unstoppable. But I'm a team first guy. I'm a pass first kind of player. I do the little things. I led my team in all 5 major stat categories at Iowa State University.
I don't think he's trolling. I think he's going to actually show up, y'all. Y'all think he's trolling? I don't. I think he's definitely showing up on game day. I think he's definitely showing up.
So I do a little bit of everything. I'll do whatever the coach needs me to do. I'll do whatever the girls need me to do. Mm-hmm. I think the WNBA could come out and make a definitive statement about guys with a pair of balls playing in the women's association. But hey, that'd be probably too much like right. So, and I don't want to be discriminated against. No, I want fair treatment. I'm a young black, hopefully United States senator that would like a fair chance to participate as a sometimes identifying as a transgender woman athlete.
Y'all think he's playing? I don't.
Declaring for the WNBA draft in 2027.
I don't think he's playing. I think
I think I'd be unstoppable.
Serious, y'all. I think he did. That nigga's definitely showing up.
I do want to ask, how has your journey been so far? How has your reception been announcing for the WNBA draft? We just went through the rules of the WNBA. There is no rules that exclude you from joining the WNBA right now. And in fact, many players say that they want transgender individuals to be playing on their team or against them. They welcome it. The coaches are saying that. The league has stated that. And so we expect you to be welcomed with open arms. Is that going to happen?
We would hope so. We would hope they live up to their values.
Oh, why is it so low?
In the WNBA community. The pushback has been unprecedented.
Why is it so low?
I mean, I've never received so much hate. As a black man, I thought I was the victim of oppression. But being
can y'all hear?
Prospectively, one of the first black sometimes identifying as a transgender lesbian, the hate is unreal.
I thought that I thought that this would be an accepting community, and this is all I've ever heard is that I need to like accept these people and who and what they identify as, and it can change. There's no rules, you know, it can just kind of change at all times. And so it seems like you're playing by those rules, yet you're being attacked for it.
Yeah, and I mean, it's some really vicious stuff. You should commit suicide. You're a piece of crap. You know,
I hope y'all
your
can
mother
hear.
should be ashamed of you.
It's
I
low,
had one
but
person tell me they were going to find me and pistol whip me until I piss on myself. I was just thinking, wow, unreal the amount of hate that's out there for trans. I never understood it. You know, all these times I've been a conservative. All this time I've been a conservative pundit, and I talked about this issue. I never really understood just how much hate there is for trans people. It's just a shock to me that mostly it's coming from the left. And you can tell because I go to their social media profiles, try and get a feel for who I'm talking.
okay. I'm sorry that the volume is like that. I don't know why it's like that, but well, I mean, what can anybody say? This is what they wanted. This is how they've allowed things to be set up. So what can we do? I feel y'all say he's trolling. I don't think so. I think that man is 100% going to show up on game day. I do. I think he is going to show up for tryouts. I don't know exactly how it worked, but I think he is showing up, and I think he's going to try to go the whole way. I do. I don't care what Noah say. I think he's going to show up and he is going to try out. And to be honest, he should, because it gets to a point, and I think it's good because it shows how ridiculous this shit is and how dangerous all of this is. So we'll see. But I thought that it was absolutely hilarious, and I felt like good, as they should. Okay. So now let me pull this up. So Courtney, the white bitch that unalived. Oh Lord, please don't tell me this is not gonna work. The white bitch that unalived her black boyfriend 4 years ago, she is currently locked up. And I'm guessing that she is just now getting her sentencing, which is very odd. I don't know if I really understand how that works, but apparently she is just now getting her sentencing, but she has been locked up for a little over 4 years now. Okay. So she's been locked up for a little over 4 years, and she was sentenced to 6 years. So she has about a year more that she has to serve. Let's go ahead and take a look at the article. OnlyFans model gets 6 years in prison under plea deal in boyfriend's killing. My God. 6 years for stabbing someone to death. My God. A Miami OnlyFans model accused of fatally stabbing her boyfriend at their Edgewater condo 4 years ago is heading to prison after accepting a plea deal in the case on Monday. Courtney Clenney has been facing a second-degree murder charge in the April 2022 death of her 27-year-old boyfriend, Christian Obum Selly. Oh, Jesus, that cracker scared me. She was sentenced to 6 years in prison with credit for time served, followed by 5 years of probation, and must undergo a mental health evaluation and treatment. She had been facing up to 30 years in prison if she'd been found guilty of the second-degree murder charge. Clenney, 30, has remained jailed without bond since her arrest in 2022. So she'll spend about 2 years behind bars, though her attorneys estimate it'll be more like 18 to 20 months. Wearing an orange jail outfit, Clenney appeared calm while accepting the plea, but broke down when Obumseli's mother spoke. Nothing can describe what it feels like for a mother to stand at the grave of her child. There are also things that will never happen for me now that he's gone. The birthdays, the holidays we will not celebrate with him, the conversations we will never have, the person he would continue to become. Those losses continue much longer after today's court case ends. Clenney's attorneys and parents held a news conference following the hearing where defense attorney Frank Prito called it a common sense decision to take the plea deal. My God. My God today. My God. What matters to me now is that for the first time in more than 4 years, there is an end in sight. Courtney has a future ahead of her. As her father, I'm looking forward to that day that she can begin living her life. Woo, Father Kim Clenney said. I am looking forward to the day I can sit across from her face to face and hug her and tell her how much I love her. My God. In a statement, Miami-Dade State Attorney Catherine Fernandez Rundle said that the plea agreement was reached in full consultation and approval of Christian's family. My God, today. With this plea agreement, Christian Obumseli's family finally heard what they long sought. Courtney Clenney accepting full responsibility for his death. This plea was reached in full consultation and approval of Christian's family. The statement read, the assistant state attorney handling this case have remained focused on the core evidence that Clenney stabbed Christian Obumseli as part of a pattern of escalating violence toward him. While nothing can heal the wound caused on that day on April 1st, in April, I hope today's guilty plea brings his family a measure of justice too long denied. My God. So she stabs your son to death. And then the DA is like, how about we just have her how about we just do 6 years? She's a good girl. She got her whole life ahead of her. Her father misses her. So y'all cool with that? They dumbass over there talk about, yes, thank you. Now pass me the fufu. Yes, 6 years is fine. Do you know the way to the fufu? Yes. Now make my egusi. That was it. You know what's so funny is if that was a black woman that killed him, they would be saying she need life in prison. Instead, when it's a white bitch, y'all are like, oh yeah, all that death stuff. Yeah. Don't worry about that. It's all good. It's fine. We ain't even really tripping about that. You're going to keep her in there for another year or so. That's cool. That's all we did anyway. Yeah. Keep her for another year. After that, yeah, go ahead and wow. Okay. And I just feel like these families that perpetuate anti-blackness clearly. These families that clearly are with the shits when it comes to them folks, the program is coming for them all. The program is on the way. And I don't know what to say. Oh, well, I don't know. What can we do? What can we do? And what can we say? If that's what y'all feel, hey, if y'all feel like that's justice, hey, if trying to kiss this white bitch ass is more important to y'all than justice for your son, fine. Maybe they ain't like him for real. Meanwhile, you got Carmelo Anthony, where there is absolutely no proof that he administered the fatal puncture wound to forgot that cracker name already. Whatever that cracker name was, is with no proof, no investigation to figure out who exactly stabbed him in a group altercation. He is 35 years. 35 years, hit the slammer, hit the gavel. Wow. Wow. I don't even have the words for it. So, moving right along. Anyway, what y'all having for dinner tonight? What y'all having for dinner tonight? Me? I made some stew beef. And it's been slow simmering all day. I got some rice to eat with it. And it's about to be so good. It's about to be so good. So y'all let me know what y'all having for dinner. So now I want to show y'all this real quick. We're not going to watch the whole thing, but I just want to show y'all this. So apparently one of Nolan Wells's family friends ends up coming forward to try to set a few things straight, y'all. And I'm going to warn y'all now, this is about to be probably the most cringe shit you've ever seen. I'm just telling y'all right now. Y'all about to see some shit so damn cringe. Warning. Warning. Who said they having foo-foo? Andrew talk about having foo-foo. I'm weak. Andrew said, actually, I'm having foo-foo. So let's take a listen to this male.
History of Mississippi, blah, blah, blah. So people start putting two and two together, and that's why race is involved in this, because that is.
Hold on, wait. I thought I had this queued up. Hold on, y'all. My bad. I had got the timestamps ready. Sorry, y'all. I thought I had this queued up already. My bad, y'all. My bad. All right. So this is what he said before he got on the show, which is, I guess, why they asked him to come on here.
Back of the room don't see. Here's a lot of things that the people in the back of the room don't know. Yes, us locals, we are privy to a lot of things because we know these people. I gave Nolan his first haircut. I know his parents. Been knowing him for years. Been knowing his mom since she was like in high school. I'm real good friends with her family. So here's the deal. When that video came out, and you hear them people on there talking that lady dug up and went and researched and brought up the sounds. The truth is this: if that video is legit, it's a few people in trouble. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. Now, see, this is the stuff that you got to wait for. This type of evidence, right? Now, I'm going to help you out here. All right? I hear Bart and them parents are suing. Bart's name was mentioned on the video. Okay? Well, I asked one of his friends, who was a black guy, about Bart a few days ago. And they said that Bart was cleared already. And according to the black people, they cleared Bart. I don't even know if the police cleared Bart. But it sounds like the black people that's involved cleared Bart. They said Bart ain't had nothing to do with it. But Bart's name is all over that tape. But if these black guys are telling the truth, then guess what? You see why his daddy's suing. And that's what I'm saying, people. You can't just be so quick to just do this type stuff, man. This stuff take time, bro. Investigation. I'm gonna tell you something, man. By the time it's all said and done, half of Ocean Springs might be going to prison, or half of Ocean Springs might be going on a vacation. You don't know yet, so just chill. And like I said, I know these people. I know their family. All right, we all been knowing each other, so ain't nobody on here taking up for nobody. I'm not looking out. I'm not looking out for nobody on here. I'm only speaking what I think is best to be spoken to keep the peace until the facts come out.
You know what every entrepreneur tells themselves? Oh, I'll just do it myself.
Please, for the love of God. Oh, Jesus. First of all, does anybody know what this bumbling idiot was even saying, boy? Some of you niggas that's been on this cool ass shit between you and Tater Tot and April Chapstick, boy, you niggas gonna all burn in hell. Every single last one of y'all. I don't even know what the fuck he was even talking about. Mind you, them folks don't never stand up for us or anyone that look like us like this ever. Okay, how he's sitting here putting his neck out. Mind you, they don't do this for us ever. Not ever. Okay, so he came out and made that statement. And it's so interesting to me how most of these coon ass Negroes, how their whole focus is some shit like, y'all, these is good white folks. They're not racist. Y'all need to stop saying that about them. Like, why is that like their main issue? They're all coming up here like, y'all, don't be calling these good whites racist. What are y'all doing? So then he goes on Don Lemon, which discussing racism with a black man who is actively getting fucked in the ass by a white man, which is a buck-breaking tactic, is very sadistic to me and very disrespectful to the ancestors. Now, we talk about bed wenches and how bed wenches willingly lay down with the grapists of our foremothers. Our foremothers were not allowed to tell those men no. Okay? And the whole premise behind why swirling as a woman and being a bed wench of why it's disrespectful is because if the women that came before you had no choice to say no, you say no for them. These are their descendants made out of the same DNA and material as their forefathers who were the ones that committed this mass rape of us. So how dare you willingly lay down and give them your body, right? But now let's take it a step further to when it's a black male laying down with a white male. Now this takes it to a whole different level. Now your forefathers were fucked in their ass as the highest form of buck-breaking humiliation and shame. And you are happily bending over, tooting it up for your white king. I would never discuss race with someone like that, because you're only going to discuss it to a certain degree that's not going to piss off your handler. Okay. So let me pull up what happens after this. And this is why he felt safe to come over here, come on there with that fuck ass shit. Yes, April Chaplip. That bitch. Oh, these Negroes make me sick, y'all. I shit you not. She want to be down so bad. Like, girl, please. It's never happening. Like, let it go. It's actually embarrassing.
Social media, but also he's gay. Thank you for joining the Don Lemon Show this morning. How you doing?
Watch this, y'all.
I'm good, man. Hey, I'm glad to be here with you. Just to clarify something, the Cutting With, that's my social media name, Cutting With E. So you could, my first name is Emmanuel, but that's my social media, Cutting With E on YouTube and IG and Facebook and all of that. But yeah, but I appreciate you guys having me on, man.
So talk to me about, thank you for clarifying that, but we want to make sure that you get people know who you are, that they are on your social media and they watch because you have some good stuff. And also if they're there, that they, give you some business. I think that's fair in this, especially in this environment that we're in.
That barbershop need to be shut down, and none of y'all niggas should be in there.
How do you know Nolan? Let's start with how you know Nolan Wells and his family.
Okay, well, I've been knowing his mom since she was like in high school and whatnot.
We can start with the fact this man talking about he a barber. We already know what his clientele look like. Whatever this man barbershop is, whatever and wherever it is, somewhere in Mississippi, it should be shut down. There should not be another brother stepping foot in this barbershop. If any of you niggas step foot in that barbershop, y'all hairline gonna be crooked. I'm putting a spell on them, y'all. You step foot in this fuck nigga barbershop and your hairline gonna be smiling, nigga. Okay, I declare that. Any of you niggas, let this nigga lose everything. Make them crackers show up to be the one to keep his business afloat. Any of you niggas go in this raccoon ass nigga barbershop, your hairline, he gonna fuck that hairline up. May your hairline smile like a Cheshire cat. Okay.
But I can't, and his stepfather, we still work out in the same gym together right now. And I came to know Nolan through his, she had this lady babysitting him, and I'm real good friends with her son, Bingo. And they would bring him around, bring him to my barbershop all the time. And I gave him his first haircut. And we used to have him say, every time he would leave, we would say, "What's your name?" And he would say, "Nolan Wells." And we all used to laugh at it. We used to make him say his name every single time, man. He was a funny little kid, man. That was what was up, though. But yeah, that's how I came to first know him,
Yeah. And over the years, you watched him grow up?
Yeah, I watched him grow. I didn't see him for a period of time. And then he became a football player. And I used to go to his games and watch him play all the time. And, and his dad was a football player as well out of Morris Point. He went up to Mississippi State. And so I knew he was going to be a stellar athlete and stuff like that. I'll be had NFL potential, man.
There. Wait, hold on. Before I get there, do you know the other kids involved? Do you know some of the friends?
Yes, I do.
Okay, go ahead. How do you know them?
Well, with the recent ones that was on like TMZ, I spoke with him Friday night. I know one of the white guys and one of the pitchers, where it's quite a few of them, not one of the three on the boat. They were all in a collective group there. And me and his father, we're very good friends. We get up and have lunch about 2 or 3 times a week currently. Listen, man, I want to say this to you. I know it's probably not following your questionnaires.
Oh, shit.
That is a problem that we're having here. There's a lot of blacks right along with a lot of whites that are having this problem. When Ben Crump and Al Sharpton came to our state, I think one thing they did wrong was you can't come down here and start saying that our state is prejudiced. This is prejudiced place. This is the state that lynched and killed Emmett Till. Well, that was 71 years ago. And Emmett Till was killed for looking and whistling at a white woman. These days, it's so many blacks having babies with white people. White men are marrying black women down here. We have so many sandy brown haired mixed babies running around down here. We are a gumbo down here. And another thing, Don, is we are a military community. That's how we got here. My dad is originally from Louisiana and my mom's New Orleans. And my dad was military. That's how I got here, through Keishler. And so we have Navy bases here and Air Force bases here.
Have you ever been sad? I have. I was sad when I realized that these coon ass niggas are never gonna stop. I was sad when I realized that access to white dick and pussy is all they wanted. I was sad when I realized that there is truly no hope for you coon ass niggas. Have y'all ever been sad? To be discussing the case that is the most blatant example of white supremacy and what it really is we've ever seen. And to see that a young Black male can be clearly murdered, and we are over a month since, and there has not been one arrest. To be in a case that is showing you what white supremacy really is. It's not about, look at all these crackers right now. We love Nolan. He was our brother. That clearly shows you that it is not what racism and white supremacy is about. White people will do business with you, love you. You're my brother. Oh my God, I love you all day. That is not what racism is about. And the Nolan Wells case shows that. Where when things matter, when something has the ability to affect your well-being, your pursuit of happiness, your human rights, and when you got to go to the police, the judge, the governor, and they're all the KKK, that's what white supremacy is about. It is about a system. White people will sit in your face all day. You're my brother. I love you. And they will want you to be that way so you can always be a walking scapegoat. Nolan is dead. We all know how much differently this would have went if he was white and they were Black. And there's no one to run to, no one to go to. They're saying his family is very hesitant to turn over his phone, his belongings, because look what they did with his body. This is white supremacy. The boy dies. You're in cahoots with the sheriff and the governor, where before anything was looked at, can make a public declaration and say no foul play. Then they're going to send it to the coroner and the medical examiner, and she in on it too. And everybody who has any power over your life does not look like you. And even the ones that do look like you, who may be in position, they're only in that position because them folks literally asked them, like, hey, do you plan on being easier on Black people just because you're Black? And they only put coons in those positions. White supremacy is when your life is on the line. Who has the power? And it's them. That's what white supremacy is about. And although you have Nolan, who had all white friends and his parents taught him to not see color, which is a different, we'll have that conversation at some point, it still didn't save him. You got to understand human nature. To be honest, any human that you could sit there and use as a scapegoat at any moment would be dangerous. Most humans are not going to do something wrong, whether intentional or on accident, and say, no, it was me. Let me get the consequence. Most humans, if there is a scapegoat available for a consequence, they're going to take it, period. Okay? That's what it's about. And we got a grown man. This man look at least 45 years old, saying we have lots of mixed light brown haired, sandy haired babies.
That's what we are. And it's a gumbo. Everybody, white people try their best to not ruffle the feathers of black people, and black people try their best not to ruffle the feathers of white people for the majority of it. So when Ben Crump come to this town and start saying things like that, he's alienating these people and he's getting pushback now. That's why he's getting all this pushback. And it's going to me, it's hurting the whole entire investigation, which is why he's probably not getting a lot of help from people. To me, that's the deal. You cannot come in here and tell us how racist we are. Well, these people showing you how they hate you doing that type of stuff in our community, and he's going to get this type of pushback that he's getting.
Okay, can I jump in here?
Go ahead.
Okay. Now, look, I'm from Louisiana, so I know there's lots of mix. I mean, we are all, that's what Creole and mulatto is about. We've been mixing it up. We invented mixing it up in Louisiana. So I understand what you're saying. But that doesn't end racism. Sometimes it heightens it, right? Because then there's a hierarchy, and then there's colorism. And then people say, well, I can't be racist because I'm married to a white person or whatever, or I'm married to a black person. And we know that that's not true. The other thing that sounds like, though, and I just want to put this here, I'm not trying to insult you, is like, it kind of sounds like back in the civil rights movement when people would say these outside agitators are coming here and telling us what to do, and we don't want race. I don't even have the words for this. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I understand how people may feel, but sometimes I just want you to take this into account. Sometimes it takes, and I'm not saying they're doing this, but just to think about this, sometimes it takes someone who comes from the outside to hold up a mirror so that you can see what's happening, because sometimes you're too close for the forest to see the trees. All right.
Okay.
So I'm not saying that doesn't exist, that people shouldn't feel that way, but I think that people should have an open mind about it, because that's what civil rights leaders did back in the day.
Well,
okay, go on.
We do. I'm for them coming to find justice, but you cannot walk into this town claiming it's racism, all these same state that killed Emmett Till, these racist white people. When that eulogy, I was at the funeral. That eulogy had to be, and just so I'll set it up, you can see this is his obituary. So that eulogy.
Y'all let this nigga be around y'all. And that's why I know the program is coming out in this in some way. For this type of nigga to be around y'all, Nolan's parents had to have a level of anti-blackness to them. We ain't seen Nolan not with one black girl, not one. Okay. And it gives that his family must have been teaching him like black people will do the worst. Yeah, all this black on black crime. You see how we kill each other. You see how we do each other. Like, they must have been on that. There's no way they were not on that. Like, they must have been on that. They must have. Ain't no way around it. And you let this nigga around you. And I'm like, so for him to be at the funeral, they're calling him a family friend. Like, they must in some way be okay with what he's saying. The gaslighting to sit here and say like, oh, y'all made it racist. This boy is dead. Y'all didn't even investigate anything and said that he drowned, perpetuating that he can't swim because he's black. And you didn't even look into things. He wasn't even granted an honorable autopsy to find out what happened. Y'all made it racial. Had you handled this case like anybody else, it wouldn't be this way. Had you handled the case like, okay, the minute that Nolan was missing, and immediately question everybody he was with, look at phone records, look at that boat, look at vehicles, gather evidence, bring the dogs in. Had that been done immediately, none of this would be happening. And you want to sit here and have one lone black male amongst all these white boys end up dead and say, and then no one investigates and rules it a drowning and says no foul play. And you want to say that Ben Crump made this about race? And don't you talk about this good here, state of Mississippi, like that? These are the niggas Harriet would have shot. 100%. And I
He
see
had to
why.
be the hardest eulogy for Al Sharpton. When you walked in his church and you saw 30% of the church is white. These are his friends. These are all the people he hang out with. Here's what I'm saying, Don. It's like in this generation, it's like we're still charging cases like we're in the 60s when something happens here. I'm not saying a white man did not kill Nolan. What I'm saying is,
well, we don't know that. I'm not going there.
Yeah,
that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm saying it could be over something else. It may be over a girl. Why does race have to lead every time? Why are we leading this investigation with race? Because that's where you're upsetting everybody. It's when you're saying race. When he's been hanging with them same white guys all his life. And
I have an explanation for you about why, possibly. Because when the photographs came out initially, it was just Nolan.
Say, where is your neck?
People, right?
No,
and
neck ass
so
nickel.
the world, this is not just Ben Crump. The family asked Ben Crump to come in. It's not like he volunteered to do this, okay? So, and not that I'm defending Ben Crump. I'm just sort of explaining to you why race is, why people think race is involved and why it's involved. First of all, let's just be honest, Emmanuel. We know the history of the country. We do know the history of Mississippi. And the best thing that one of the best indicators of what the present is and possibly the future is the history, right? Of something, the history of your medical thing. You heard Al Sharpton say that at the funeral. When you go into the doctor and you say, this hurts or I have this ailment, and they go, what medication are you taking? What's your family's medical history? Okay, so you have that history in Mississippi. Not everybody lives in Mississippi. And so the people who are on the internet, the people who don't live in Mississippi, they see a black guy with all white guys and they go, oh, he's the only one that didn't come home. The history of Mississippi, blah, blah, blah. So people start putting two and two together, and that's why race is involved in this, because that is the history of America. Now, whether race played a role in his demise, no one knows that. No one knows that. But there is no denying that race plays a part in this case simply because of the optics. That's where the race part came in. That may be offensive to some people there, but the truth is often offensive. That is the reality in America. Yeah, yes, sir. You can ask me. We're here to have a conversation.
Okay. When Emmett Till was killed in 1955, I believe it was, he died for whistling and simply looking at a white woman. Now, we have went from there to making babies with these white women. When does that go out of the window for, as you know, this racial component of Mississippi history years ago? How can we accept that history when it comes to
you can accept it by acknowledging the problem. You accept it by acknowledging the problem and acknowledging the reality of the history of the country. You accept it by saying, I understand why people think race is involved. I understand why. I
understand why people do it, but what I'm saying is it a fair assessment for us?
Of course, it's a fair assessment.
We have nothing but a bunch of We have nothing but mixed kids running around down here.
But just because you have mixed kids, it doesn't mean that you're not racist.
But Don,
it doesn't mean that
dying now. Back then they died for looking at her. Now we're sleeping with them and having kids and nobody's dying.
One thing. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Emmanuel. Do you know why Nolan died or how? No,
I do not.
Okay. All right.
So I'm for an investigation. That's why I said I'm for Al and them coming here and investigating. But Don, what I'm saying is I don't think he should have led with this strong racial, the same people who killed Emmett Till. And I mean, that was almost 100 years ago. And we're now sleeping with white women, and white men are now sleeping with black women, creating babies with these people, man. I mean,
but that doesn't mean that racism. I think that your idea of what racism isn't necessarily calling people the N-word or beating them up. It is a system that is based on superiority and history and present and sometimes people who are in relationships with people of a different ethnicity or a different background, they still have not dealt with racial issues. And sometimes, sometimes the love for people of a different ethnicity is a similar love, especially for blacks and whites, all right? Especially of a certain generation. It's the same sort of love that you have for a pet, where you are, I'm serious, where you love them, You protect them, you pay for everything, but it doesn't mean it's the same love that you have for a human being. It's kind of that, okay, I understand that. In America, the reason that we have this is because we don't deal in a fulsome way with race. We're not honest about it. And we think that racism is something where it is overt. It's not always overt. And there are people who came up through the civil rights movement, and people who were discriminated against, they're still here. And the people who were part of the Klan, there's a huge Ku Klux Klan contingent in this country. There are people who are part of the Proud Boys who said that they're racist. There are people part of the new neo-Nazis. They say they are racist, and they are open with it.
Boy, our foremothers used to be in their bed after slaving all day to take care of their children and their homes and their land for free. And them men would get out their bed with their own women, by the way. They would get out their bed to come get in ours, grape us, get us pregnant, force us to keep the child. And then y'all know what would happen as soon as that mixed baby was born? They would enslave that motherfucker too. They would get out the bed with their women, come get in our bed. And then when the mixed baby was born, that baby would be right working alongside you, right on that same plantation. Which is why Black people that swirl blow my mind. It is kind of weird hearing Don talk like this, because how do you understand all this, yet you're going to finish this conversation and go suck white dick? Like, that's insane. You know what I'm saying? Like, people in interracial relationships, are situations like this awkward for y'all? Because I would imagine that they would be. I imagine that they would be. Because what the...
So, and a lot of that comes from the South, from Louisiana, where I am, and from Mississippi. And if you go there, if you know, if I can drive 5 minutes from where you are and find a person who's involved in one of those groups and a person who's in that community. So don't tell me that racism is stamped out in Mississippi and where you are because people are sleeping together. First of all, people have urges, and people used to sleep with each other on plantations.
Which is true.
I'm just saying. The master used to sleep with the people on the plantation, women and men.
Right. I mean, I was out. Here's what I want.
That's all about urge. That's a lot about urge, and you know, you need to get your freak on.
And what
I'm just saying some of that.
I think that's slightly different topic than what I was speaking of. Like this Saturday, I was out at dinner, man, and everybody in the restaurant was mixed. I mean, I see a Black woman here with a Mexican guy, and they got 2 kids, 16 to 17 years old. I mean,
of course, that happens everywhere.
That's how we are down here.
I know that. I'm from the South. I've been saying that people in the South, Black people and white people, integrate more than they do in the North. But that's mostly about socioeconomics. It doesn't mean that racism is solved. It's because basically those people who live together are the same part of the socioeconomic group. So if you are mostly middle-class people and you have grown up there, you are going to pretty much be together in the same places. Right. But here in the North, it is about rich people who are all together. Most of them mainly are white because that's sort of, generational wealth. Most Black people didn't have the opportunity to do that. But here in the North, it is more polarized than it is in the South. The South, I think, used to be segregated, but people are more polarized here in the North than they are in the South.
And now I know you can speak on that better than most because you're from the South and you've been living all over. You've been living in the North, so I can understand.
Not only am I from the South and living in the North, my family just left here, and we had a long discussion about this, and a long discussion about people who believe that racism is over, or just because people what they're called, there's race mixing. That's what the racists used to call it back. But
I'm starting to feel like Black people who are obsessed with white people sexually, I feel as though this is getting more deep than just, oh, that's their preference, that's what they want, like, why does it matter, that's them. I feel as though it's literally starting to become a public safety issue. Like, I'm kind of getting to the point where I don't even feel about this no more. Like, oh girl, you know, you got a white man. Hey, that's on you. Ain't got to do with me. No, it's getting to the point where you got a white man. I'm done with you. Oh, you with a white girl. I'm done with you. It's just getting to that point because for us to be where we're at and to still have that attraction, to even think that relationships are just about love and what, you know, this is who I love. I ain't fucking with you. We at war. This shit is so dead serious. I think at this point, if you don't get it, you just don't want to, and you never will. And I just ain't fucking with you. That's just where I'm at with it. Because these motherfuckers 100% sit with their non-black partners and they embolden them. They sit with their non-black partners and they dog us out. They embolden them. And guess what? The white women the type of white women he laid down with, those are the ones that give black women microaggressions at work and throughout day-to-day life, you know, moving around town. And when you got that white woman who is obsessed with you and got so much mouth and think that she the authority over you, it's because they're emboldened by dealing with niggas like this. Them white women, okay, them white men who, when the minute they lay an eye on you and breathe in your direction, expect you to be like, oh, a white man wants to date me. Oh my God, a white man likes me. Oh my God, I can't believe it. They are like that because there are black women sitting with them, shucking and driving, and oh my God, I'm so honored with this pink dick. That's why they do that. And their black partners, the same way this man right here, his job right now is to make them folks feel better about being racist. That's how their black partner is. And it caused hell to all of us that have to come across their path in any way, shape, or form.
But people who are marrying interracial marriage, they think that racism is over because of that, and it's not. But it doesn't mean that it is as bad as back in Emmett Till.
Right.
We made
Racist
progress.
people is going to always be with us. There's nothing you can do about that. That's why Jesus Christ suffered, bled, and died for that very same thing. Is because racist people going to walk amongst you. But who really cares about the quiet racist? He's a racist and he's quiet and he don't say nothing about it. He over there. If he not bothering you, he can be racist over there. As long as he don't come and shove it down my throat, I don't care what he is over there, right? He's not affecting me. If he ain't affecting me.
God. You don't know that.
But
you don't know what that quiet racist is doing. You don't know who he's influencing. You don't know what kids and grandkids he's influencing. You don't know that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is
you don't know who he's supporting.
Maybe
he's sending money to the Klan. You don't know.
But when I'm speaking of quiet, I'm talking about the ones who just keeping it to himself. You know what I'm saying? If he's quiet with it, I agree with what you're saying right there. I agree with that.
Emmanuel.
If he's helping people be racist,
God.
that's a problem. And when I'm speaking,
but how do you know that if he's quiet about it? Quiet is kept. You know what quiet is kept is, right?
Hey, I'm just saying, man. I mean, bro, if you got a health problem and it don't show, it don't show up on this blood result, then good deal.
Then eventually, one day, it's going to kill you. Even if it doesn't show up, even if you don't know about it, it's still going to kill you.
But here's my main thing, though.
Yes.
And I want to speak on what you just said.
Yes, sir.
I believe the world and Hollywood did this to us down here in the South. They have made everybody in the North, East, West think that we so prejudiced down here. When none of that is true, man. It is not. It's not saying that there's no prejudiced people here, but you cannot just keep saying that.
How did Hollywood convince people that what happened in the South and what's happening in the South that's real is, how does that Hollywood? Hollywood is just projecting what's happening.
Because when they make their movies, that's how they show it. They
what
project
movies?
Us. Every racial movie, everything.
What movies?
That come through
God.
here.
Did you watch Django?
Yeah, I watched that.
Okay, did you think that wasn't real? A lot of this stuff is based on
I'm not saying that wasn't real. But
do you remember when we were going? How old are you? How old are you?
I'm 46.
Do you remember Miss Jane Pittman? Do you remember that story? Did you watch Roots in elementary school?
Yes, I did.
All right, so that was Hollywood doing that?
No, listen, man. This is what I'm trying to say. Hollywood will take something that may be true, or Hollywood will take something that's not true and make you think it's true by keep putting that in your head. That's their job. You know,
How are they putting something in your head that is, if it's based on reality or a true story?
But
so do you think
it
that
might have
the
used
image
to been based on reality and a true story, but you cannot keep coming down here telling the world that, listen, man, people comment in my comments all day about how racist we are down here. You know, people, we don't move like that. We really, because here's what I think, Don, and you should know this better than anybody. Because there was a problem here in Mississippi, a big problem in Mississippi with racism. These days, people try not to step on each other's toes because they don't want it to come across as we still have that problem.
Okay, Emmanuel,
even though
you
they
are
might not want you to marry their daughter, but that's his personal preference. That don't make him preference. Is that not his personal preference? If a black man chooses for his daughter to be married to another black man because that's what he is, does that make that black man prejudiced? No,
yes,
that's
it does.
his preference. Nobody out there. And it was a barred out.
This is the one that Funky Dineva called a house Negro. And the way he hold his mouth, he do look like that 100%. Funky called him a house Negro to his face. I about fell out my chair. And he just sat there the whole time like, I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I? Wow, y'all. I don't care what no one say. I ain't never seen cooning like this before. I have never seen cooning like this before. The podcast microphones was the best thing that could have ever happened to us, because it's like a part of it is like, kind of glad they talking. And a part of it is like, I wish I never knew that. I don't know. But why do y'all think the cooning is getting bad? I relate everything back to the economy. That the economy fucked up right now. So I think that a lot of black people are scrambling and sometimes feel as though, quick, let me go ahead and get some proximity to whiteness so that I can, I don't know, let me hurry up and get some proximity to whiteness so I can be safe. I don't know, but I feel like it's something like that. I feel like, maybe since white people are, moving back into their openly racist era, you know what I'm saying? I feel as though, is this their way of trying to stay safe? Like, do they feel as though, okay, white people are getting back to that place where they're going to start, lynching us more and trying to get us? Like, is that their dog whistle? Is that their way of like waving their white flag? Like, don't get me, master. Look, I was on your side. Don't get me. You know what I'm saying? Make it make sense. Yeah, like make it make sense. Like, I've never seen it this bad, y'all. I've never seen it this bad. Okay, cooning used to be just more on some like whites are friends, not food type vibe. You know what I'm saying? But, Candace with her White Lives Matter, it was like that. But I have never seen cooning to this degree. I'm sorry. Ignoring all facts, all science, everything historical, everything that could easily be proven. I've never seen this before. I'm sorry. Officer Tater Tot, unbelievable. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, economy bad. Motherfucker trying to get their money up by any means, because this don't make no sense. I'm sorry. I don't care what no one say. This don't make no sense, and it is so incredibly cringe, period. End of story. Oh, y'all. I don't even got to say much because we all know what the discrepancies was in this. I don't even got to say too much. We all know the discrepancies. I just needed someone to look at this with me. I just needed someone so we could all look at it together and just be like, I needed that. And I'm just going to be careful of Negroes like that. That's all I'll say. We need to be more careful about who we're letting around our children. That man got a barbershop. Absolutely not. Nobody even needs to be going in that shop and supporting him at all. These niggas want to sit here and kiss the white man ass and bend over for him. Let the white man support him. It shouldn't be no niggas at that barbershop nowhere. Okay? Let them fail. Let them fall. Pac-Man say niggas without facial hair are not trustworthy. Well, he had a huge beard. I don't know about that. Because he had a huge beard. Jay Grizzly says, being raised in the South, it's passed down rule not to go camping, boating, fishing, hunting, etc. White folks, Big Mama tell us that. Come on now. Thank you to the good sis. Cece says, may all the raccoons come back as roaches and be sprayed with Raid. Period, sis. Thank you. And she said what she said. And that's on Mary and all her lambs. Shout out to the good brother Jay Gatto said, Nolan, whole fam need to see about Buddy. That's what I'm saying. Like, they must be on the same page with him in some way, because I can't see him saying that, you know what I'm saying, without them okaying it. Jay Gatto say he's going to be playing Sam Jack on the Django in real life, right? He going to be playing Steven. We got my good sis Taisha says, congrats 6 on 80K. You are someone that deserves all the success and love in the world. Thank you so much, sis. I just love you so much. You're the best. I received that. Thank you. Well, y'all, now I was going to discuss Warren and them on Officer Tater Tot's podcast yesterday, but I think what I'll do is I'll make that its own standalone video. We've been live a little over 2 hours at this point. So I think we'll go ahead and stop here. That's a good amount of time. That 2 hours is good. So we'll leave it here. I had fun with you guys so much. I'm going to be doing another live stream next month. Y'all know I always go live on my birthday, so I'll probably see y'all again then. But I had so much fun. Like I said, we'll discuss Tater Tot and Warren Dam. We'll do that on its own video, because this kind of took longer than I thought that it was. But child, I am so exhausted. Today was the first day of my womanly things, and it is literally like kicking my ass. Like, I am sitting over here like, okay, I need to go sit down. Like, feels like there's a monkey swinging from my uterus right now. My God, I wish I could just rip all this shit out, just remove it, just take it. I don't even need it. I'm not even using it. Okay, take it out. Ain't no more babies come out of here. Why do I have to still go through this? The struggle. Oh God, the struggle. I cannot. Yeah, I agree that he'll be promoting that. So I am going to go drink some tea and go sit down. I appreciate y'all for being here with me. Thank you for 80K. I will see y'all again at 85K, and y'all have a good night.